You are, I think, a fit-looking guy for your age. You keep yourself in pretty good shape.
I'm doing a bit, yeah, okay. I'm doing a bit.
Because you're training for something. I know you can't give too many deals away, but you're training for something pretty big this year.
Yeah, and I'm doing a challenge for Sports Relief, which...
It's a big thing, isn't it?
It is, and obviously we're not saying anything until it's officially launched because it gives us a little bit longer to see if I can actually do it. But it's a challenge, and it came about because James Corden actually phoned me up about 6 months ago and said, do you want to do something for Sports Relief next year? So I said, yeah, let's have a chat with them. We had a chat with them, we came up with the challenge. The challenge looks great, it looks like a bit of an adventure. And then unfortunately, James's play is really taken off.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be around.
Because he's gone to New York in the play, I believe.
He's going to be over in Broadway. So I said to Sports Relief, well, that's obviously we're not going to do it. And to which they said, well, unfortunately, we've got a commission from BBC One. We've got a sponsor. We're going to put the money towards these vaccines, £5 vaccines, which save children's lives. We're hoping that we might raise somewhere close to £1 million, which will be about 250,000 kids' lives saved. So, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And it's just like saying, how big a twat do you want to be? So I said, all right, then I'll do it. So at the moment, we're moving towards it, and hopefully we'll make it.
But you've done a lot of on League of Their Own.
Yeah.
You do. Every week they make you do some kind of a challenge.
Yeah.
And we got a picture of you here, and you can see Jonathan Peter's show. This is you swimming. You're doing a diving challenge. Although you can see.
Dad, let's have a look at that picture.
Which of those three men is sucking his gut in the most?
That was so unfair, that picture. Because I tell you what they said. Do you want to come and do this 10-metre dive with Tom Daly and Jamie Redknapp? Which is just like saying, do you want to show the world how fat you really are?
But you seem to have a tan line there.
Yeah, so what happened? I was with Jamie the day before, and the day before, Jamie Redknapp had a bush of hair all over him. And I said, there's not a chance. He said it might be there tomorrow, it might not. So I was staying in a hotel, and the hotel had this spa. So I went in, I said, listen, love, I've never had a spray tan. I said, look, white as a sheet. I'm going to be stood next to Jamie Redknapp. Do your best. So when you get one of these spray tans as the bloke, they put you in these Bermuda shorts. So I'm stood there in these Bermuda shorts. I tell you, they give me that cosy. Look at the state of it. Don't I? I look like a Battenberg cake. Look at the state of that.
Hey, good luck with the tour. The tour's not until September, though, is it?
No, not until September. So I'm starting writing it, putting it together, getting back in all the little clubs, pulling it, which is brilliant. And
best of luck with Sport Relief, because that's it's a lovely thing you're doing, and it's a real challenge. And I know they do, it's like they did with David Walliams, other people, they take you right outside your comfort zone. And it's a big thing to commit to. So well done for saying yes, and the best of luck with it. Mr. John Bishop, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff. Thank you, man. Awesome. Stay there. One of the silliest things about the new year is that the bookies start offering loads of crazy bets about this time, about what's going to happen in the next 12 months, what will happen to celebrities in the year ahead. For example, you can actually get 41 odds on whether Catherine Tate will marry Jason Orange this year. OK, they'll be going out together. And I think that'll be a great ceremony. Can you imagine that? Catherine, do you take that? It's as simple as that. But the craziest bet has to be this. You can currently get odds, not making this up, you can get odds of 500 to 1 on Wills and Kate naming their baby Jedward. Who would put money on it being called Jedward? £1 right there. But I love Jedward. They're too low. I'll tell you why I love Jedward. They text me Jedward, OK? They've got my number. And I think they've only got one phone between them, which is, I suppose, makes sense because they're always together. But they sent me a text at New Year which read, Happy Jedmas, J to the O to the Nathan, Jonathan Rocks, and then they put in brackets Ross, in case I thought they'd spelt my name wrong. It's time to get my next guests out, who in just a few months will be doing us all proud at this year's Olympics, which is just, it's going to be so exciting here in London this year and all over the UK. Please welcome Fran, Halsall, Jade Jones and Louise Hazel. grab a seat. Hello, Fran. Hello, Jade. Lovely to meet you as well. Come and sit down. Wow, well, you are indeed very, very beautiful young women. We didn't say we want just great-looking Olympians. We just said, send us 3 your best, and imagine how happy I was when I unwrapped the bag that you came in. So let's establish what your sports are before we go. Jade, you're taekwondo.
Yeah.
Fran, you're... What sort of swimming do you do? What length do you do?
I do the 50 and the 100 freestyle.
OK. And Louise, you're the...
heptathlon, that's right.
And let me start by asking you, how did you get into the sport? Was it all as kids? Were you encouraged by your families?
My granddad got me into it when I was 8, just keep me off the streets and be able to defend myself. And I just fell in love with all the flashy kicks and spins and knockouts.
And did he do taekwondo himself?
No.
He just was street fighter? No. So he just thought this would be a good pursuit for you, a healthy thing to do?
Yeah.
OK, and then you knew straight away you had a talent for it? You got into it straight away?
Yeah, I just loved it from the word go.
There's a picture of you. Is that you in the middle there?
Yeah.
OK, wow. And let me ask about the swimming. Presumably you swam when you were a kid as well?
I didn't really like it. I hated swimming, yeah.
What did you hate about it?
I didn't like getting my hair wet.
Well, you can get a cap, though. That keeps it dry, doesn't it?
Well, no, not really. And then, split ends, it's horrific. Okay. But, yeah, I didn't really like it, but my auntie used to swim, and she had loads of medals up at my grandma's house, and I used to just try them on. I was like, I want to get myself one of those.
So your auntie was a sports person as well?
She swam at national level, so she competed at nationals, and she had all county medals, so that's my competitive nature took over.
And let me ask about because the heptathlon,
yes,
that's a kind of number of different, I believe, 7, isn't it?
Yeah, 7 events.
So was there 1 or 2 that you liked best, and then you found your way into the heptathlon? Or?
Well, I started at my local club. My dad took me down, and I realised that we started in a distance group. I realised the sprinters were doing less work, so I went and joined them. And then once I started winning sports day and stuff like that, it just took off, really. And we just added a little bit of long jump, high jump, just to keep me busy and under control. And
presumably you've all been training over Christmas?
Yes.
You can't let up. So is that tougher this time of year when you have to... Because you know it's imminent and it must be very exciting that it's coming so close. But is it harder this Christmas, sort of, to keep training?
Yeah. I mean, I swapped this year. I didn't have any mince pies. I just had 2 bottles of Baileys instead.
The liquid diet, that works for you. Did you give up anything?
No, but we did extra training to make up for the fact that we were going to eat so much. Yeah. Our coach kind of knows we've got sweet tooth, so we did an extra 8K every morning, every night to make sure that we could be in.
Swimming, you can just... because you're being held up by the water, that's the easiest sport of all, isn't it? And Jade, taekwondo, I guess, because presumably you like the actual sport itself. You enjoy kicking people.
Yeah.
So the training must be fun, anyway.
There's a lot of, like, weights in it and things like that as well, but... Yeah, there's a lot of kicking people in the head.
And is it nice when you actually kick someone right in the head? Is that a good feeling?
Especially now, because it's 3 points to the head, so you just try and go there as much as you can.
And you swing right round and really catch them, don't you?
Yeah.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Not yet.
Not that you know of. You know, I haven't done any professional fighting for years, but... But I did try and do some years ago, and man, it was hard. Just even doing the boof, boof like that was pretty tough. But would you be good against a man in taekwondo, do you think? Do they have mixed taekwondo?
In the training, you spar the lads as well, but in competitions, it's just the girls.
Who do you think will be best against you at taekwondo, of me, John Bishop, or Professor Brian Cox Hubble Bubble?
I'm saying the professor could be a bit of a dark horse.
You think the professor could be the best? What?
Yes. That's what I like. Yeah.
Okay. I think we should... Do you want to... We should have some taekwondo at the end of the show. I think because I know we have the pads in, let's see which one of those 2 you can hit hardest in the head. I'll offer myself up initially as practice, but bear in mind, this is what we call the money. OK, so... Let's do that, yeah. Guys, you up for it? Should we try some taekwondo?
I'm up for that, certainly.
OK.
In another universe, yeah.
You're going to do it, John. Do you have any kind of special preparation, rituals, any kind of things that good luck things you have to do before you take part?
Yeah, I have what's called the big shave, which I'm sure you'll understand, won't you, Fran?
Yeah,
it's where shave down. Yeah, you save up all the body hair, you know, leave it a couple of days, and then the night before you just literally whip everything off.
Hang on a second, because John's trying to show no emotion whatsoever.
You can't tell you how difficult this is for me.
So let's get back to the big shave.
Yeah.
So do you not shave for... Do you let the hair grow a bit first?
Yeah, use it together as well. Yeah, it's like a team thing.
It's a ritual. What? It's a whole girly thing. And we sometimes... No, we don't shave each other, but...
So, but you have to be for... Is this for speed, for running or something?
Well, I like to think it's for aerodynamics, but you just want to feel good,
yeah,
smooth.
I like that, yeah. Feel fresh. You know, the serious thing, and I know this is a big issue, and there are lots of kind of issues which maybe they didn't have in the early days of the Olympics and more prevalent now, which is drug testing, for one. That's a big thing about people taking any kind of thing that can enhance their performance. How does that work? How often do you have to do a drug test? How close am I? Because that can be immediate disqualification, can't you, if you're unlucky there?
Yeah, I mean, the procedure basically is just pee in a cup. And if you're really unlucky, they'll take blood from you. But we have a situation whereby you have to give an hour every day of where you're going to be so that the testers can come round to your house or your training venue, and you have to make yourself available. If you miss a test, that counts as a black mark.
So this is for all of you. You all have to say, I'll be free for this hour.
Yeah.
You might as well just chip us or something so then it'd be easier.
So that must be nightmarish, and if you miss it, I guess I mean, that must be a real cramp. I guess do you always give them the same time every day, or do you...
I do. I tend to give, like, 7:30 till 8:30, because that's when I'm, you know, going to get up in the morning.
You know you're going to be available.
And you're going to need the wee.
Yeah. Because
so
I suppose...
it helps, yeah.
Because I don't know if ladies get this, but men get this thing sometimes. If someone's watching you, sometimes you just can't go.
Yeah.
But they also... I've had ones where you have to tuck your T-shirt and your bra, pull your trousers around your knees, and then do a 360 with your arms out to make sure you've got nothing.
Jesus Christ, woman, do you not realise the effect you're having on me and John right now? Even the physicist is crumbling, and he's a scientist. He knows the medical words for things. So do they watch you to make sure you don't cheat?
They've got to make sure they literally crouch down and are in there to make sure see it going in the pot. It's horrendous.
Yeah, it's always women, though. We never
we never have a bloke doing it.
For a second, I thought I found a vocation. Let's talk about the social side of it, because I've heard that in the evenings, the athletes, especially those that have performed, they like to party. There's a lot of partying going on. Now, obviously you haven't all been to the Olympics before, but if you've been to other big sporting get-togethers, is that what happens? Will the Olympic Village be the place to be?
Definitely, yeah.
So it's kind of full-on?
Full-on is probably an understatement. Wow. It's wild. It really is. It's like a cattle market. And the thing is, when you're in a village environment, it's not just, for example, athletes. You get the swimmers, you know, you get the wrestlers.
Hold on, swimmers aren't athletes?
Well, you know,
you hear that was a diss right there, girlfriend.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
They're just jealous because we finished first week and can party more.
It's true, it's true. But basically what happens is, as everyone tends to finish their competitions, the parties start. And more, in fact, the chatting up just goes on in the canteen, you'll find.
Wow, so they let their hair down, they let their hair grow back, and then they go out there and they're single and ready to mingle. Right. But so are you in relationships? Are you single, girls?
I think I'm heartbroken at the moment, yeah.
Oh, no.
Vulnerable but available.
Wow. you met your partner...
At the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah.
So will you be trading him in for a new one in the UK Olympics?
I think so. See how well he does.
But he's a sports person as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays hockey. He's on the national hockey team.
And Jade, single and looking to kick someone in the head on a regular basis in a meaningful way?
In a relationship, but still looking to kick someone in the head. Me and kick him in the head.
Right. Listen, how lovely. Thank you all for coming on the show. And not only is it inspiring to see the work you put in, how good you are, but what lovely company as well. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in saying thank you to Jade, Louise and Fran for being here? And Jade, we'll see you at the end of the show for some tickets. Thank you so much. I think, you're staying?
No,
I'm just doing... All three of you stand for now.